Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My. Our Democrat colleagues really love illegals in our country. It's stunning for regular Americans like me to listen to this passionate and contentious defense for the previous administration's policies and the resultant millions upon millions upon millions of illegals that entered our country over the last 4 years. I tell you where we're, I'm not going to use my colleagues' the same language because I don't think that kind of language should be used in committee. But I tell you where we heard loads of not necessarily genuine statements. It was from Secretary Mayorkas for 4 years. We had to listen to his testimony again and again, how he needed more resources, he needed more laws, and Congress had to pass more laws. And yet, we said for years, what you need is to enforce the laws that we currently have on the books. You need policies that would actually control the border. And we have Madam Secretary before us representing an administration that has done just that. If the same 1,954 miles of border that you had a year ago is now under control. If the same men and women that you had a year ago, the border is now under control. If the same equipment, the same all-weather roads, everything is the same. The only thing that has changed is the policies coming out of the White House and a Secretary of Homeland Security that will actually execute the laws of our land and protect the citizenry of our country. That's Madam Secretary Noem who sits before us, and she should be spoken to with some modicum of respect from my Democrat colleagues. It's amazing. Our border is secured versus wide open and wild, and Democrats complain and they're angry and they protest. Illegals are being deported rather than waved in and imported, and Democrats are angry and protesting. It's stunning to Americans to witness this. Madam Secretary, thank you, good lady, for the job that you are doing, securing our borders and protecting the citizenry that we are elected to represent in this body. I work for the American citizenry, and every one of us has sworn that oath. The difference between the parties has never been more stark. We represent law and order and American citizens and American enforcement of our laws. My goodness gracious. Thank you, Madam, for so graciously enduring the assault that you have. I'd like to touch on the 287G program. Thank you for partnering with our local and state law enforcement to work together to secure our borders. This is an excellent program. You have voiced support for it. Can you speak, Madam Secretary Noem, can you speak to the importance of the DHS partnering with local and state law enforcement, including programs like 287G?
Well, thank you, Congressman. Yes, 287G has been a wonderful program for many years, but not utilized during the previous administration. It's a partnership between federal, law enforcement officers and also our state and local law enforcement to give them the same authorities to operate in a task force model, to go out and to really make sure that we're going after individuals that have broken our laws, that have perpetuated violence in our communities, bring them into incarceration and get them out of our country if they don't belong here. And it has been a fantastic partnership, one that President Trump has encouraged us to pursue and to continue to build out across the country.
Yes, ma'am. That program and others like it are going to be heavily supported by Republicans on this committee. Finally, ma'am, in my remaining 25 seconds, we speak to the efforts to locate the children. Thousands and thousands and thousands of children waved into our country during the last 4 years, and they're lost to the interior. Many are being trafficked and abused. Can you speak to the efforts to find these kids?
Yeah, up to 300,000 children were lost or missing under the Biden administration. We have located and returned over 5,000 of them to their homes and to their families, but there's many, many more to be found and to be returned and brought to safety. So we're continuing to work on that every day, and our HSI officers spend a lot of time and are the experts in the field at training local law enforcement to identify and find them as well.
Thank you,
Gentleman's
ma'am. You
time
expect full support there, Mr.
has
Chairman. I will.
expired.